Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful morning. I'd like to talk a little bit about water security in the Chihuahuan Desert or in any dry region without a deep water well. My plans to achieve that. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning here in the Chihuahuan Desert. So this pond you see here, I've been digging off and on for about 11 years now. I don't live at the ranch. I live 700 miles away, about 1,100 kilometers away. And on my vacation time, I come out here and do what work I can get done in that amount of time. So right now, this is 14 feet deep. And the deepest point, I will be hitting 25 feet deep when I get it where I want it. And this is where my water is all going to come from. When it rains in this upper elevation here, it gets channeled down what I call the South Creek into the pond. And then from there, there's an underground trench of sand and gravel that goes to this well you see here. I built this well about 5 years ago now. So whatever height the pond is, it puts pressure in that trench and the water will equal out inside that well. So it's kind of like an early filtration system. So it rains, fills the pond, filters through, comes up in the well, and then from there, I'm going to take it a few different directions. Let's go over to the well real quick. Yeah, it's a gorgeous morning. Lots of the little migratory finches over here getting a drink out of the pond. I don't mind sharing the water. This water's going to clear out nicely the deeper I get this pond too. So here we are at the well that gets its water again from the pond through an underground trench. It's 21 feet deep from this top to the bottom. The bottom is larger than what you see up on the surface here. It's a 6-foot ID, about 2-meter ID. Then it bottlenecks to this 3-foot ID the rest of the way up. It's got a 24 by 24 access door. I made this top for it. We're going to use it as like a large picnic table. You can sit about 12 people around this thing. It's pretty thick. It's about 100 millimeters, about 4 inches thick. From this well, there's an underground pipe that runs over to the pitcher pump, which we use quite a bit, for just washing hands and that kind of stuff around here. I'm also going to have an electric pump in here, which I've got conduit ran, but I don't have the line ran inside of it yet. It'll run around and run up to the top of this ridge to a water tank building, and then gravity feed back and run through a filtration system that'll provide water for everything here. Additionally, there'll be a rainwater catchment on this roof, and those downspouts will dump into a 30,000 gallon tank that's going to be right in this area. I haven't built the tank yet, but it's coming, just a matter of time. It'll be a built-in place concrete tank. And when we have water in the pond and I'm able to pump, I can pump water from this well into that tank to make sure it stays topped off. And then if we have a severe drought and this pond goes dry, I'll still have 30,000 gallons of water here. And then if we catch any little light rain showers, not enough to put water back in the pond, but enough to put water in this tank. That's the general system of it. This little pitcher pump worked good. I cored through this piece of granite rock here that I plucked out of the road when I was building it. Right over here, when I was building this road. Carved it out so you can put a bucket right here. Yeah, it works good. That's the crude method. It's always good to have more than one option, to get water. Let's take a look inside the well real quick. some of my stone work. I embedded 1-inch galvanized pipe for a ladder with a 2-foot spacing, about 60 centimeters spacing, all the way down to the bottom. The bottom one's 2 foot off of the bottom. There you can see we've got about 8 feet of water. You can see that bottom row down there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rungs. About 8 feet of water in there right now. Yeah, good bit of water. Almost 3 meters. Water's looking nice and clear. It's got a little haze on top. There's some hydrophobic dust that just floats on top. So this is the 1.25 that goes to the pitcher pump. I have a drain valve here. It lifts the water out of this line so it doesn't get stagnant. And it also makes it where it can't freeze when I'm gone during the winter months. And then it just goes down to the bottom in the water there. So this is the sleeve that runs around to the other side of the building. And eventually we'll go all the way to the top where that water tank building is going to be. And this is going to be for that electric pump. I've got a junction box here. This is going to be for electrical. There'll be a roof above this wheel. It's going to have some photovoltaic solar panels on it. This is just a pull point for that. Let's get out of this well. We'll talk about some other areas. So some years back I ran the storm piping to catch this side of the building. I didn't run the back side yet. I just stubbed up 4-inch at each column that's going to have a downspout on it. I put rocks over it to protect it from the UV rays of the sun. So this will run around. So everywhere you see one of these little piles of rock by the column, that's a stub up of 4-inch PVC that's going to catch a downspout off of this gutter system on the building. They'll all run out and dump into this 30,000 gallon tank here. That other conduit that you saw inside the well runs around here, turns right through here. And temporarily I'm going to stub it up here and then pump it into the building, which will be where the little kitchen's going to be. And then it runs from here. It's going to run up this road. Let's go up there real quick. So that line right now runs from the well around to here. It's going to run up this, come up top to this road. Let's go follow this road all the way around. Let's go up there higher. So I'm still working on this part of the road. I'm making it where I can pull forward with the truck and the dump trailer and pull forward and then back up to start building this road. It's going to go this direction to the water tank building that'll be over here. Let's go up there. So that road's going to come up, curve around right through here, and I'll make a roundabout up here where I can turn back around. The tank building's going to be sitting right here. So those water lines are going to follow that road from the well down there all the way up and then back down. It's more efficient for the pump to be able to pump water up all at once and fill the 600 gallon tank up here than it is to have a pressure tank or another type of system to use it with. So additionally, as far as water reserve, I plan on making ponds in different areas along here. There's going to be a fairly large one right here. This is at the top of the creek that feeds the pond, the main creek. There's an additional North Creek, but it's just from this valley right here that dumps into the pond on the north side. And my idea is with these multiple ponds, as it starts to dry out, I can transfer water down to the lower pond so it always has water in it. And then we'll catch another rain and it'll fill all the ponds up again. You really just need about 1 inch of rain. Everything on this side of the mountain right here, all the way out to where you see that green start, is where the water, most of the water comes that feeds the pond. So it doesn't take very long to fill that pond up, about 10-15 minutes with the right rain. Well, that's my plan for having a good secure water source out here in the Chihuahuan Desert without a deep well. I think pretty much anybody can do it with enough time and have the funds to afford the equipment to make it happen. So that's my plan to achieve water security in the Chihuahuan Desert without a deep water well. I'm not a big fan of taking water out that took hundreds or thousands of years to get down there. It's just not sustainable. This method that I'm implementing here is going to be sustainable. And I think this could be applicable pretty much anywhere in the world with enough effort put into it. Well, if you like what I'm doing out here and you want to help speed this project up, there's a few ways to do that in the description. Buy Me Coffee is one, Amazon's another. Every little bit gets me closer to being out here full time, making this project go a lot faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.